Assalamu alaikum, my name is Adela Suliman. I'm half English, half Sudanese, and I live in London. Ramadan is an amazing time, it's extremely special, and we're just grateful to have survived to fast another Ramadan every year, alhamdulillah. I really want to talk about women in mosques in Ramadan. It's great that mosques increasingly have areas for women. I feel like these areas are kind of smaller, pokier, run down, perhaps not so well heated or air conditioned as the rest of the building. Far away from the evolution areas and just generally messy. And I think this is really sad because I think mosque should be a place where as soon as you enter it, you're in a very spiritual zone. Just my own experiences as a woman from the age of 13, I remember pestering my head teacher to let me out at lunchtime on Fridays so I could go to Jumu'ah prayer in my very small English town in Kent. And then like bounding down there with the one other Egyptian girl who lived in our town. And then although there was a women's area, we were consistently told we can't pray there on Fridays because it was Jumu'ah and the men needed to have the space and they were the priority. So kind of having your hopes dashed when you're 13-year-old and you're excited and enthusiastic about religion was quite difficult to swallow. I have one other experience from praying on the 27th night at one of the very big London mosques. And women were literally praying forehead to feet, completely packed in like sardines. It was boiling hot. If there had been any other building, I'm sure there would have been health and safety rules breached and fines and all sorts, but because it's a Muslim community, everybody kind of shrugs their shoulders and it's not their problem, to the point where 2 women actually fainted. So I took it upon myself to go down and ask for the manager, and I was just told to leave the mosque if I didn't want to pray there. I wrote an article about the origins of segregation in mosques and how actually they didn't come into being until the Ottoman times, and that this wasn't a practice of the Prophet, peace be upon him, or any of the Sahaba, and that men and women used to pray in the same space, women behind, of course, following the usual Sharia rules. But I feel as though the English or the British Muslim community has kind of taken on these physical segregation barriers that we find in mosques and turned them into mental ones, which is very dangerous. I think that the feeling of community is one of the most beautiful times and beautiful things about Islam, and I think Ramadan really emphasises that, and also it shows us where the gaps are, and it shows us who's not coming and who is finding it difficult and who's struggling. And it would be great if we could take it upon ourselves to make mosques a really lovely environment that they should be, and especially for women, for the disabled, for minorities, for children, so that the mosque is a pleasant and enjoyable experience in Ramadan and all throughout the year, inshallah.